From the local station, the 10 o'clock news starts now.
171 days since Lonzy Barton was reported missing. Now, remains have been found that police believe are his.
That little boy didn't need to be discarded like a piece of trash.
The man who led police to those remains, Reuben Ebron. The community trying to heal, but many are urging the state attorney not to make a deal with the man who police have long said was their prime suspect. Tonight, more than 5 months after the search began for 21-month-old Lonzy Barton, his family and our community have some questions answered. Many others, however, are unanswered.
Late today, police confirmed they have recovered what they believe are the child's remains. They also revealed that Ebron led them to a remote area off Phillips Highway near 9B in Bayard. That's about 9 miles away from the apartment where Ebron reported the toddler missing in the early morning hours of July 25th. Here's a timeline of today's developments. At about 10 this morning, Ebron had been scheduled to go on trial on charges of child neglect and lying to police. But before jury selection could begin, he waived his right to a speedy trial, delaying the proceedings. Just before 11, News 4 Jax learned that police were searching for a body in Bayard. They later found remains that are now at the medical examiner's office for positive identification. Then this afternoon, we were told by sources that Ebron would plead guilty to aggravated manslaughter, but then that court hearing was called off. Ebron's next scheduled court appearance is a week from tomorrow, another pretrial hearing.
We have several reporters covering the story tonight. We begin with Scott Johnson in Bayard, where police are still at the scene tonight, and a new makeshift memorial has been built. Scott?
It has, Tom. I've been out here. There are a lot of people very close to this search out here this afternoon and into the evening. They put out signs. Now, these signs have a lot of different sayings on them. A lot, you know, for Lonzy, for the sheriff's office. But some of them have a very direct message for Reuben Ebron. As the night went on at the edge of the police perimeter, the signs grew in number, reading things like, "Thank you, JSO and Chief Hackney," "Justice for Lonzy," and then this one popped up the most, "No plea deal," a sign directly pointed at Reuben Ebron. This all came after police confirmed late this afternoon what had been reported all day, that they believe it's Lonzy Barton's remains found in the wooded area off US 1, a couple miles south from where hundreds of searchers canvassed for days this past summer.
To me, it's a shock, but to Lauren and the group that I've been working with a little bit, it's not a shock to him to find him here.
Why do they say that?
Because they've been wanting to search this area. They were coming close to searching this area.
Saber Rue is a relative of Lonzy. She showed up as the news trickled out throughout the day, along with other friends and family members of Lonzy, to see the news firsthand that they had dreaded but assumed would be coming, that Lonzy's body was found.
We knew this day was coming. Been praying that we'd find him. Just, I thought I was ready for it.
Not ready?
Not really.
The community of people who didn't know each other 7 months ago but who found a bond in Lonzy has grown, and a lot of those people have been out here praying and grieving together. Peg more briefly helped in the search and has gotten to know relatives of Lonzy. Like many people, feeling their pain for months with no news on what happened to the toddler until now.
This is a very emotional day, as you can well imagine. And with what we've been hearing about what's going on downtown with Reuben, yeah, that's not a good thing right now. So I'm asking people just to keep their calm for the next few days until this whole thing works itself out.
And as I said, we're at the edge of the police perimeter, which is still closed off. I'm assuming probably all night. Usually when it gets this dark, they keep it secure until the next day, until daylight again. But we have not got confirmation from the sheriff's office on when they will reopen this small road in the Bayard area. It's not disrupting too much traffic, but it is an active scene. They're continuing to look here. They have to take the remains and have them looked at, reviewed by the medical examiner to, in fact, say this is Lonzy Barton, which they assume, and they have to continue to go through the area where the body was found. But once again, they are not telling us a lot about how the body was disposed of. They say that's just not appropriate to say at this point and could very well be pertinent to their criminal investigation and potential prosecution down the road. We're live in Bayard. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.